guys, welcome back. This is Siley. Today I am very excited to show you guys this recipe. This is basically a beetroot, potato, peas and vegetable cutlet or tikki. You can use this recipe is very interesting. You can basically work with lots of veggies, so that way you're putting veggies in. Ingredients you would need would be I have 2 nicely boiled beets and I have kind of cut them in cubes. I have 3 medium-sized potatoes boiled. Again, I have cut them in cubes. And then there is peas boiled. For the spices, you will need some chaat masala, paprika. Then you need some coriander powder and some cumin powder and chilli powder. Then I have some semolina or Rava. And then we have some breadcrumbs. We're gonna make these fresh when we need them. Then I have salt, I have oil, I have pepper, I have ghee. Then I have coriander, ginger garlic paste and chili. In this recipe you can add whichever vegetable you have on hand. I add spinach if I have on hand sometimes, but today I had cabbage, so I will go ahead and add some really nicely chopped cabbage in this recipe. Let's begin. Now to begin, we would have to mash everything together. But what I like to do is I like to add all the spices before and then give that a good mix. After that, I like to add the ginger garlic paste, the chilies and the coriander and your veggies as well. Whichever. I had cabbage on hand, I'm going to use cabbage. I use spinach, corn, so really depending upon which veggies you want. You can also add some chicken if you like. It's really up to you. Again, you'll give everything a nice mix. I am now going to mix everything really nicely. It's time to roll up your sleeves and really start mashing all this. Again, make sure that your beets are really boiled or you will have a hard time mashing them. But then even if the beets don't mash all the way, you can use a grater to kind of grate it in. I know it's a little bit more work, but then it's better if you give the beets time to really boil. Alright guys, so this will take 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure you use a bigger container so it's easier to work with. If you're getting there, a quick tip would be for this to not become mushy and easier to make the patty would be boil your beets and the potato maybe 6 to 7 hours before and let them cool down completely. It becomes easier to work with. Sometimes if you boil it and start making this right away, it becomes a bit of a mush. Almost like 80 to 90% done. I will add a binder. I am using breadcrumbs, but you can use egg. You can also use some all-purpose flour. It depends on what you have on hand. All right, let's start making. Okay, now I will add my breadcrumbs that I have just made. And again, you will give everything a nice mix. I have just added the breadcrumbs and I will mix everything nicely. Those breadcrumbs work perfectly for me. Everything is nice and it is binding well. If you feel your mixture is still a mush, it just means you need a little bit more of the binder. You can also put it in the fridge after for it to settle for half an hour to an hour. I don't think my mixture needs that today, but you can do that. Just make it easier to make the patties or the cutlets after. So now that I have mixed the breadcrumbs properly, I will give it another mash. So again, you now is the time to really get your hands dirty and get on it. So you grab some and kind of make it like a patty or a tikki and flatten it like so. So the size of the patty really depends upon you. You can make it like bigger if you want to serve it like in a sandwich or a burger, or if you want to serve it like a bite-sized appy, you can make smaller ones. It's really up to you. So after the patty is nicely, you know, in whatever shape you want, you dip it in the Rava or Semolina and you kind of arrange them like that. Then you
After this point, heat about a tablespoon of oil in a frying pan and then add your patties. Wait for them to turn nice and crisp and golden brown. Once that's done, you can check and flip them over. After they're done from one side, flip them over again, and after they look nice and golden brown, you can go ahead and add some ghee. I have added about 1 teaspoon. It brings out a beautiful aroma. Let the ghee absorb in the patties. This will take about a minute or two and it's ready.
Okay guys, so I did sprinkle this with a little bit chaat masala just to add a little bit more flavor. So let's taste it. Look at that. Look at those beautiful colors. Yummy, yummy, yum. I'm eating this with ketchup today, but you can eat it with any dipping sauce you have on hand. You can also eat it with mint chutney. It goes really well with that. I do have a recipe for mint chutney as well. And I'll leave a link in the description box. And again, you can use this for like a burger patty. You can use it in your sandwich. You can eat it by itself like myself right now, or you can also make bite-sized ones. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Try this recipe, let me know how you like it. I learned it from my mom. So guys, make sure you try this and let me know how you liked it. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, share, like and subscribe. See you